Hi, welcome back to my rug hook and talk show. Okay, so I took a day off, had a lot of things going on, but we're back. So welcome to all of those who are new. My name is Annette, and I started a rug hooking talk show, so we solo and lone hookers out there have a place to come and just see another face while you're hooking away. I don't have a group, so this is my new group, and yeah, welcome. So I've got my tea. Give yourself a minute or two if you're tuning in and you want to sit and watch and just have a nice cup of tea or hook along. That's what this is all about. I tried a new tea, and I got to tell you, I'm not a caffeine person, so this is a caffeine-free tea. But it's called Sugar Plum Spice. There's no sugar in it. It's just the name they gave it. It's really actually a pretty tea. It's pretty much almost this color. And it's got a very light spice to it. And it's just very nice. And I put a little orange rind. I don't know if you could see a little orange rind. And there's also a cinnamon stick in there. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get all wintry on us. And embrace that. Because don't fight against it. It's coming. And that's it. So I wanted to share before I start hooking. There's somebody asked about some of the green fabric that I showed the other day, and I'm going to show some more of my stash now too. I did find an index card in there, so I'm just going to bring it over here. Actually, you know what? In a little while when I go over there, I will show you the index card. It has a formula on it, a dye formula. Somebody asked for it, and I'm going to post it. I'm not sure. It's in the package. I'm going to show the samples again of the green, so you can make a decision if you want to copy that dye formula down and give it a try and see what it turns out like. It's a fun little experiment, I guess, but somebody did ask, and I'll do that for them. Okay, that tea is good. I don't sweeten it, but I'm sure it tastes even better sweetened. I just don't do it. I'm going to just light my little candle over here. So I hope you guys have been enjoying your hooking and just finishing up on some projects and rugs that are, I hear, I saw some really nice pics of the rugs on Rug Hooking Daily, so that was a nice treat. 'Cause now I feel I'm seeing what you guys are working on, so that's kind of nice for me. Okay, so I'm expecting my Hartman hook today, and I was hoping that it would be here so I could add it to the show, but so maybe for tomorrow's show or Monday, or my next show, because who's ever watching this, Monday, Tuesday, it doesn't make a difference to them. They could be watching it on whatever day. So, my mistake. But I will try to get that to you. And I'm expecting some books today too, so, but the mail hasn't come, so it is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to carry this camera. I mean, you know the drill. It's going to shake a little. Hopefully not too much. Okay. And we're just going to get it settled down here. Let's see if I can. I think that's pretty good. Okay. So, like I said, before I start with my next color that I wanted to show you of my stash, I just wanted to share with you. This was the color, okay? Let me see if I can get up here a little close for you. Okay? It's green number 1 and green number 2. Now, I don't know if you could see that or not. Let's see if I could get this up here. I'm just going to hold it there for a little while. For those of you who do want to copy it down, hit the pause button on this, and you should be able to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the greens that were in this package really fast. So, yeah. Now, this was the green that was in there. If you remember this awesome green tie-dyed. I did not do this, or model dyed, whatever, casserole dyeing they call it. It is beautiful. Not sure this is what they used, but then there was also this. And, you know, part of me is thinking, you know, I don't use those dyes, and yeah, so they're Pro-Chem dyes, by the way. So I don't know if these are the colors they were talking about, but that is what showed up. And actually there's another color green in here, a little bit darker, so it was a little darker and brighter. And so I don't know if if that's something you want to explore. Somebody asked, I'm just trying to oblige, and I'll move on. Okay. So write me if you still couldn't get that information down. If you still couldn't get it, write it down. Send me a comment, and I will send it to you through Rug Cooking Daily. Okay. Okay, so that's from the green, and let's see. I want you to go into my my reds and pink stash, because that is a pretty big stash that I have. So I'm just gonna take that out over here. Wow. Okay, so you guys, my head's cut off. I could see that, but I'm trying to not have it cut. You know what? 1 second. Maybe this will help if I can just, we're going up. Oh, furnace just turned on. I'll be speaking a little louder. Okay, does that help? Okay. It's not really helping, but it is what I can do. Okay. So, okay, this is my red bin. As you can see, it's quite large. And, recently I went to the thrift store and I got this huge red skirt that had, like, they're called gores or panels, but they had a lot of them. Maybe, I'm going to think, maybe 10. So this came out of that. And I'll give you another close-up. It was in the last video or 2 videos ago, my thrift shop. But this was a huge skirt. And like I said, it was on half price day. It was $2.50. And you know what? I have the pinks in here too. I don't know if I should do that because pink is not red. So, they might come out and go to another home. They almost have a little bit more purple, these. So I don't know. They're pinky, but we'll see. Okay, so here's a darker red. That's a dark red that's in there. Again, it's your choice. Where do you want to put them? I mean, this is a nice thick one. This was one of my recent finds. And this is clearly, this is like the perfect hand or texture for rug hooking that I like. It's not thick, it's not thin. It hooks up nice and just lofty, and it spreads nice when you hook it. That's what you shoot for. But when you add in all the different textures I'm learning, it adds an amazing effect, and I love it. So experiment and have fun with it. This was a piece I think I might have showed you. I dyed this. Again, this was going to be for some leaves, but ultimately it could be for anything. Anything you want it to be for. Here was another one. Like I said, hanging these outside was so much fun because they just look so pretty on my dryer out there, and I can't wait to see what those hook up like. But so here's a really nice bag of pink. This came to me like this. Like I said, I got a great stash, and I'm lucky. I have not hooked with any pink colors yet. Just haven't hooked with it. So I'm hoping that happens. And here's a few loose pieces of pink. And so here's a real pretty piece. I mean, is that great? It's just cheerful and pretty. I love it. So I have a pink rug coming up in my life for my granddaughter, and that might be in it. I'm sure it will. I want to outline all the butterflies in fabric strips, and then I'm filling them in with the yarn that I had purchased from Seal Harbor. Here's just a nice pretty pale pink. So again, you could have a great interesting background. It's fun to experiment with different shades. So these are the swatches of different shades of pink that came with this little this little lucky package of mine that I got for one big price, and it was great. And here's another pretty pink. It's just so pretty. I don't know if you can get up there and close and see that, but this is pink. So you could have so many different ways to use your pinks with flowers. Obviously, those are always great. And here was another swatch, and this was also came to me as is. I just got them like this, didn't do any of this dyeing, but as you could see. So again, these are great for flowers, these little stripettes and shading. These are usually used for shading. This is what people buy, I guess. I don't do the shading thing yet. Haven't tried it. It might be something in the future. But yeah, so that's what they use it for. And like I said, you could also do dip dyeing when you dip in the wool into your dye bath and pull it out very slowly, and then just keep pulling it so that different parts of the wool get a little bit more dye infused into them, so you will create like a gradient effect, and you can hook with that and not have to use different shapes, different strips to hook with for your shading. So that's another method. There's so many wonderful ways to do this. It's just like so much fun. I love to see what other people are doing, and just the way they view their how they just do it. I love that. Okay, so in here, this was just a bag of lavender, purple, and magenta strips put together. I guess the person that I got this from was using that in a pretty, probably floral, but that's in here too. So these are some real pretty colors. I mean, gosh, what we can't do with a little dye bath. I mean, this it's a small little strip, but I just want you to see how beautiful that is. Doesn't help it's up against my purple background shirt, but as you could see, is that the most prettiest? I'll try to get really close so you could see the colors in there. Again, flowers, I'm thinking, a background. Even if you hook this on a strip on a border all around in just maybe one or two widths all around the border in this against a gray background, a brown background, anything. It's just so beautiful. I would want to put it in something. And here's another pretty pink, a little darker in tone. Little darker, but again, all these colors mixed up together, they're just so beautiful. I'm showing you pinks when I meant to really show you reds, but they're in this bin, so it is what it is. I'm going to put this purple back in here and leave it there for now. These Ziplocs are great for anybody who is thinking of how to store your wool without getting moths and little friends in it. That would be it. Okay. Here's another beautiful piece. This is simply gorgeous. It's almost, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost like an indigo purple, purpley pink. It is like a violet color. Beautiful, just beautiful. So these are just amazing colors. Here's a really cool color. It's almost like a red orange, but I love it. Again, with that blue, with a bright royal blue or a turquoise next to it. Wow, that would be a crazy color combination to just pop out. So it's all about the experimenting. Here's more of that pretty pink. I'm just going to pop that here. Let's see what else we have in for the reds. More of that pretty orangey red. And again, you can store all your reds and oranges and pinks together. Here was a great big skirt I had gotten. Big red skirt. Like I said, you want to get the largest size you could because you get the most bang for your buck. You know, a size 2 skirt is going to cost you the same at the Goodwill as a size 14 skirt or 16. Obviously, you don't have a choice, I know that, but try to look for the larger skirts first and get what's on half price. That's how I do it. And you get a really good, get a good price for your, you get very cheap wool. And again, here's another batch of wool. Now this I think is off the bolt. Yes, this is off the bolt wool, and it's just a nice big fat long piece. Again, big. This is, you know, I can make a coat for myself out of this piece. So I'm assuming the person who got this either was doing a large project and wanted to make sure she had enough. Well, she definitely did. So that's it. If you've noticed, this is a very light bag of pinks. Well, they're reds. They're reds and corals and pinks. And so, you know what, they're in here. But this is a really nice color. I've done, I'm actually, one of the rugs that I said I found and I put away, the welcome rug, the flowers were done in this color. So I think that's a good idea to maybe finish that rug up on my next go round. But this is one of the colors that were for the flowers. I was into doing something a little cheerful and big, and I wanted to welcome that. And I started it, put it away, and it's been since sitting put away. Okay, so here's like the magic stuff. This is what I like to call magic, because when you hook with this, you are not doing anything different but hooking with a patterned or tweed or plaid, and the magic, bam, it goes right into your rug. You will get a look that you cannot get with any other type of wool, and for no effort. So that is a great thing. Sorry my head is off of there, but I can't get it all in. So as you can see, it's just this great plaid. The colors in this, I'm going to say, they're dark green, dark red, dark blue, and a black. So it's pretty much like a tartan plaid. And have I hooked with this? No, has not happened yet, but it's here, and you know, it's just waiting to do something. It's waiting to do some work for me. Okay, and here's another tweed. This was from a skirt, and so this is a black. This is just a plain black and red, no other colors. But again, what a beautiful, beautiful look. Comes with little effort from hooking with that. Okay, what else? Okay, this is a really cool red and green, and it's in here. And this was, wow, what was this? This was I'm not sure what this was, but there's a lot of fabric here. You know what? This might have been off the boat. I think this was, so, or it was a blanket of some sort, but here it is. And this is great. It's a large green, red, and black tartan plaid again. So this, like I said, if you could even get a small little piece of that, wow, it just breaks up your rug. It's great for backgrounds. It's great for anything. It just works so good. And here's just a very bright, cheerful, bam in your face red. What else is in our little bin today? Well, we've got some brown in here. Don't know why. I guess there's all different colors. Here's an interesting color. And this would be the end of my reds, but I'm going to just show you this. So you could even see that there's different textures that are out there. And like I said, I haven't used all of these yet in my hooking because, gosh, I could only hook so much in a in a day. But there it is. So if you could see that, it's actually just amazing. It's got these little stripes. Can you see that? And the other side, oh, I'm sorry, picked up the wrong one. Here on the other side of that fabric was another piece of fabric that I wanted to show you. And this has like a little, like, I don't know, looks like a little honeycomb effect on there. But again, it's got, it's just awesome. And this could be for a chimney or flowers or anything. You know, you got to be careful. I've learned that when you hook with textures, they're a little looser woven, and you probably don't want to go smaller than, I would say, a 5. I don't even think I hook with a 5. I'm probably more like a 6, 7, and 8 girl here. But yeah, they would fall apart on me. I've tried it, and I went in, you know. So that's it. You learn by trial and error what works for you. And here's some black, which I don't know why it's in there, but we have some work to do later cleaning that out. Just another big piece of red, I guess. And that's it from my reds. Oh, wait a minute. We found this beautiful piece at the bottom. Wow. Is that pretty? And like I said, when you hook with this, all the work is done for you right here in the dye pot. So you get this amazing effect hooking wool like this as opposed to just one-tone colors. But you mix these with one-tone colors and the results are fabulous. So there you go. Those are some of the reds that I have. Okay. Well, there's one more piece. I keep finding them. At the bottom here. I just want to share them with you because they're so pretty. And they're just fun to look at. Who doesn't want to look at this? Beautiful colors on a dreary day. Here's another really nice big piece of wool that has been dyed. And with all these pretty colors in it. Oh my gosh. So, yeah. So yes, I have a pretty decent sized stash of red, and I'm grateful for that because, yeah, it's cheap and easy at the Goodwill in your local thrift stores to get all these great colors and fabrics and stuff for cheap. And why not get it cheap if you could? I mean, I know I don't want to spend a lot of money making my rugs. I do my yarn from time to time, but I have a small stash of that, and I buy it as I need it, and then I try to use up what I have on other projects before I go and buy more. So, unfortunately, I didn't have enough to make my rug for my room, and so I did go buy some yarn, but it'll be there for my next one, and I'll probably go do another one for the other side of the room. So basically, that's it. That's the red stash, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm putting this in the pink bin at some point. I'm going to start a pink bin because I don't know where else to put that. And those have to get cleaned out. Okay. Thank you for sticking with me through that because I really enjoyed that myself. I haven't been in that bin for a while because I'm not using those colors, but that was a lot of fun. I don't hook with a lot of tiny strips. So, you know what? I do have some tiny strips, and I might be just offering those up at some point if for postage because I know I'm not going to use them. So, okay. Wow. Well, thank you for joining me on that. A little walk down the lane of colors, which is nice. It's fun. It's fun, even if you're not hooking. Just looking at your wool and checking out your yarn and your color cards. I do that from time to time. I just play with the color cards and look and see what colors I just want to see together. And then I have to try to work it out to see, you know, what will I create with it and where will I put it. You know, you try to match decor too, and that's not always involved with artistry. It's just more functional hooking. And then you want to do your art. What's in you to come out, just do it. Even if it doesn't match it, just make that beautiful picture. That's what I'm going to do. I'm abandoning all limitations for 2015 and hooking whatever I feel like hooking. And I mean, I do that now, but you tend to do, well, I should do this with this color and this. And yes, you get certain results, but I'm going to just have fun with it. Not think about it all that much and stress over it is what I'm saying. Oh, that tea's nice. Okay, so I'm on a gray. I'm doing a gray diamond, and I've already gotten one, two, three. I'm on the third row down. So this is starting to move along. Let me get in here. I'm gonna cup it in my little thing over here, and here we go. So yeah. We're actually in the midst of putting together, or it's been initiated by one of the members on Rug Cooking Daily, a rug cooking group. Because if you go to the group section, you can see that there's a lot of groups. There's groups about dyeing wool, people who hook with rug hookers who hook with yarn, punch needle hookers. You know, you got your Minnesota group, your California group. Everybody in every state probably up there has a little group. And then there's, you know, I joined a few groups, you know, like the audio book group. So what you're listening to, we chat about different audio books and stuff. Although I'm still I can't get the hang of them, but I figured I'd meet some nice people in there, and I have. So that was really fun. And you go into the groups and you chat about, you know, what you're doing and that sort of thing. And there's just a little bit more camaraderie, I would think, among one group because they actually physically meet a lot of these groups. Some of them don't. They're just through Rug Cooking Daily, and it's just that's where you talk and chat is through that group on the internet. And then a lot of the groups do have physical locations where they get together. I do not have that, and I found out that since I started making the show, that others don't have that option either. And so I figured this was my way of reaching out to others to make them feel connected, and then that helps us have a group together. So yeah, physically, will we probably ever connect? Probably not, because us lone hookers are from all over the world, I'm assuming, and all over at least the United States and from Canada. So, you know, the probability of us coming together as a group physically is not going to happen, but this is just as good. So long as you want me to keep doing it, I will keep going. If it makes you feel like we have a group together, then it works for me. Okay? And yeah, and I think it is fun that we all can kind of chat and see what we're all working on, and we're a group now. So it's all good. It's all good. And what I'm seeing out there is so nice, and I love that. I love to see other people's rugs. I just get so excited to see what other people are working on, and just how they interpret a vision of whatever, a leaf, a snowy scene, of their dog, their pets, their fish, whatever. It's just all good to me. Just going to throw a name out there. When I first started rug hooking, there was a woman by the name of Gloria Krauss, and I have since recently found out that she has passed away. I'm thinking maybe within the last 5 years or so, she has passed away, and she was one of the first books that I got my hands on, and it was called, it was Gloria Krauss, and I don't know if it was modern hooked rugs or contemporary hooked rugs, but she hooks with, she doesn't do this. She was hooking with like a speed shuttle puncher that she would erect her burlap and her backing on a big, huge wooden frame that was wall-to-wall size, and she would plug this shuttle hook in, and it would just electrically punch. Blah, 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 blah. So she went very quick with it. A totally different way of rug hooking. Not anything like this, but more like a punch needle, but an electrified punch needle. She also started to kind of incorporate into her sculptures other textiles. She put in metal washers and just all kinds of things, and so she kind of just had a much more modern vision for the craft, which was so interesting. It's not something I'm drawn to, but I don't have to be. I can still appreciate the fact that somebody went forth and broke through the limitations of just doing the ordinary, which to me is wonderful enough, but she took it to another level, and I love it. I thought that was so cool. And she was an older woman at the time, still, so this was her way of interpreting things that would have been thrown away. She put them in her rug, and I thought that was really neat. I don't have her book anymore. I think at some point when I gave up rug hooking, when I went away from it for a few years, or a year or two, I had gotten rid of a lot of books that I felt should have been passed on to other rug hookers who wanted them, because I just felt like I just probably wasn't going to peruse them anymore, and a lot of them I can get out of the library now. But that was something that we did. I've got to say goodbye. It's going to shut down.